congratulations. What a
Thank you.
fantastic thing to be a part of such a huge, and rarely sequels are better than the first, and it is, isn't it?
I'm so proud of this film. I'm so proud to be a part of it. I mean, my part of it is very small. I mean, the voices, we do it over a couple of days, and then they send it off to these guys who spend 3 years animating it, and they really do the acting in it, because they...
How long did you work on this?
Well, I went in and I did one day, like a half a day, probably like 4 or 5 hours, and I did half the film, the voice of the film, and then a year later I went back and I did another like 5 hours and did the second half of the film, and then they finish it. They're the actors. The animators just kind of draw these characters and create the livelihood of it. And
that's how I shoot this show. I'll do the voice, and then they piece it together later on.
They piece it together, right?
Yeah. Well, Shrek 2. We're talking. Sometimes I just assume everybody knows what I'm talking about, and I shouldn't do that. Shrek 2 is the movie we're talking about. But when I did Finding Nemo, I worked throughout the 3 years.
Right.
It was like.
Did you have to sync up to your animation?
Oh no.
Though?
Did you?
Yeah, no, neither did we.
No.
I think that's what makes it so easy.
And did you like doing it?
I loved it.
You do?
I do. I mean, it's so much fun. It's so much. You just go in there and and
Yeah.
make all these faces, and nobody sees them except for when you come here and do it.
Right.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I didn't picture you making those faces
when I was doing Fiona. No.
Have you seen the doll yet?
I haven't seen the doll.
I haven't.
You do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you really haven't seen it?
I really have not seen it.
This is it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me see her. Fiona. She's awesome.
Yeah, she...
Don't you always wonder? You have to know what is underneath there. It's her.
That's the family's
Careful,
tartan.
careful. Yeah, that's
and,
the family's
so no, because I think it's a great message. I think the movie is so important for that's why I love
mankind.
movies like yes. That's why I think movies like this, I'm happy when they're successful because they have a good message.
The message is, I mean, because I don't read a script. I don't know what the film really is doing, what the other characters are doing, or what the real story ends up being at the end of it. So when I see the film, when all of us see the film, like Mike and Eddie, everybody, we see it for the first time as well. And we just saw it like a month ago. So we get to be fans of the film as well. Mm-hmm. And when I first saw it, and I watched it, and I saw that the message was just, it's so timely, talking about loving yourself and accepting yourself and loving and accepting others for who they are. It's, being able to love yourself, that's where your happiness begins. Mm-hmm. And you don't need anything outside of that. You can't buy anything. You can't buy anything that I own, or I can't buy anything that you own that's going to make me happier. You're never going to be happy unless you're happy with yourself. And that's such a wonderful message. It's so timely, especially how obsessed we are with materialism in this country and our society.
Yeah.
It's just, we're really hurting ourselves. We're really kind of digging ourselves a hole.
Absolutely, and I really do. I love when there are messages like that, and it's smart, and it's for people of all ages.
Yeah.
Kids like it, and it starts teaching them to think and be smart and get smart humor early on. It's like what I was talking about, that I wish nice would be cool. And
nice is cool.
Yeah.
And it's totally true, too, by the way. The people who think that they're cool are not cool. And the people who think that have no idea how cool they are are always the ones that just shine in the room, and you're like, I think he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has no idea how cool he is.
Do you think that I'm cool?
I think I think you're cool.
All right, good. I think you're cool, too.
That was really sincere.
Yeah. No. I'll work on it. No, I think you're cool.
They say break.
Yeah, they're saying break. We have to.
Okay, break.
Okay.